Welcome everyone to the BCMA podcast show, where we like to spotlight young artists in the country music industry. And today I have a very special guest with me. He's been on our charts for a while, Mr. Young Cowboy himself, Mr. Caden Gillard. How's it going, man?
Oh, it's going, man. You know, just living every day, day by day.
Living them gold buckle dreams, huh?
Yes, sir.
So let's take a little background. Where are you originally from?
So, I'm actually from Sulphur, Louisiana, born and raised.
Bayou State.
Yes, sir.
And
Louisiana.
and the cowboy thing's not just an act. You were born into it.
Oh, well, my dad rode bulls for 8 years. I grew up wanting to ride bulls. And finally, I rode sheep and stuff. And then I got out of it, started skateboarding a little bit. About 17, I decided I wanted to ride bulls for real. And, went and got on some. And then, I made about a 6-year career out of it. And,
That's awesome.
yeah, man, I love riding bulls. I miss it every day.
Yeah, they say football's a man's sport, but those players never been on back of a 2,000-pound animal trying to get you off.
Yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. I mean, athletes in general are tough human beings. Whenever you're put into a sport like football, where you constantly get hit, you're built for that game. Whenever you get to that level, and riding bulls is pretty similar as far as there's a body type that is better for it, but that doesn't exactly fit the mold.
Yeah.
All the time.
One of my two of my favorites has been Chris Shivers. I mean, he's about as tall as a Chris himself, and he's one of the greatest to do it. And another one is J.B. Mooney. I mean, you look at those guys, and if you didn't know who they were, and it's like, who's this little scrawny guy? One of the toughest guys, tough as nails.
Yeah, man. JB is a bad cat.
That JB is he is that for sure.
Chris is a bad cat too.
Yeah, that too.
Has the most 90-point bull rides in all of history, so
yep.
I'd say he's done something in his life.
Yes, sir. Louisiana boy. Louisiana boy.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Well, man, I mean, I actually came across you on some of your videos months ago, when you were singing acoustically, and I started looking, and I have a soft spot in my heart for rodeoing and ranching and stuff, and I sing Gold Buckle Dreams, and I was like, well, I got to listen to this song. And man, I put it on the charts, on our Spotify charts, and man, it's held up. It's at 26 now with 27,000 streams on Spotify, which I know nowadays there's a million different platforms, but yeah, man, that's something to be proud of, man, because I mean, you're above some of the artists below you. I mean, you got let's see here. You got 26, 27 is Dylan Willer, another great up-and-comer. John Stork, Jordan Fletcher. I mean, you are one or two steps ahead to William Michael Morgan, Curtis Grimes, Chris Colston. That's 4 steps below them. That should speak volumes.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And it's a real honor to be even included in a chart with those guys on it. To be compared to them like that is, it really is a dream come true. And I mean, I'm the biggest critic out of anyone in my life. I expect the best out of myself more than anyone else. Man, I don't plan on stopping at 26, whether it's with Gold Buckle Dreams or any of my other songs. I got a whole chest full of songs that I can't wait to release.
Yeah,
So,
and we're gonna get back to some of these new songs, but let's go back. You started riding bulls, you started doing the rodeo thing. What got you into music, man?
so I don't know if you know any of my story at all, really. But I'm a cancer overcomer.
What?
I was diagnosed with leukemia in 2009.
Wow.
And before I got diagnosed, I had just started to kind of learn how to play guitar a little bit. And well, I got sick with mono, and after the 6 weeks was up, the mono should have been done and ran its course by then. And the doctor said, "Look, something's fishy. You know, sent us to Texas Children's Hospital. Come find out I had leukemia." And so whenever I got diagnosed, I went into the hospital room. You know, we sat down as a family and did what everybody does. You know, for a second, we kind of freaked out, like, "Oh my gosh." You know, you always hear about it happening to other people, but you never think it's going to happen to you.
Exactly.
And so my dad told me something that really stuck with me, and he said, "Son, if I could take this from you, I would." And I looked at him and I said, "Dad, I wouldn't give it to you." And so that actually inspired the first song that I ever wrote, called "Fighting My Life." And those words are actually in the song. And from there, you know, I had plenty of time to practice, and so I got better at the guitar. I got better at singing, you know, and I stayed at it. And you know, I'd go out in front of my room, and I would sit in the hallway and just play my guitar for whoever wanted to listen, you know. And I really went from there. And whenever I got out of the hospital, I decided I wanted to ride bulls again. So I started riding bulls, like I told you earlier. And during that time, I continued to write music. I continued to get better at the guitar, better at singing. Just because I was riding bulls didn't mean I didn't care about music as much, you know. And so I brought my guitar everywhere I went. I didn't go anywhere without my guitar. Whether it was in the back of a truck, in the trunk of a car, it didn't matter. It was going with me. And so, man, after the last time I got hurt, I broke my collarbone a couple years ago, and decided that, you know what, I'm tired of being injured. I haven't had one healthy year in all of my bull riding career. And so when I broke my collarbone, I had opened up for Cody Johnson right before that. And I posted that I opened up for Cody Johnson and said, "Hey, I'm looking for gigs." Man, people started messaging me. I started booking gigs, and I realized that I could make money doing something that I loved, even if it wasn't riding bulls, you know?
Yeah, man, and that is an amazing story. And I did know your story, but I didn't want to touch on it unless you felt comfortable. And that to come back from something like that, and you know, and find music. And you mentioned Cody. Cody was a bull rider. Cody, and look at what he's done now with music.
I actually run around with a lot of the same people that Cody ran around with. You know, Cody's from New Waverly, Texas.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's basically Huntsville.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm good friends with Jake King and the King String Ranch, and you know, a lot of those same guys where Cody used to go get on bulls.
Yeah.
You know, I'm friends with Jay Savoy, who shapes my hats over at Best Hat Store. You know, and he high school rodeoed with Cody. So it's really cool to see that we actually run around with some of the same crowd, you know? That's awesome,
man. That's awesome. And so going into this, you released Gold Buckle Dreams. Was that a song you wrote yourself?
Yeah. Every song that you'll be hearing on these next few albums will be all me.
And was that
except for a select few that my guitarist wrote and stuff like that, but for the most part, yeah, it's all me.
And was that kind of a song that you wrote as a coming out, like, I'm out here, you know, after dealing with the cancer and all, and you still chasing gold buckle dreams, and still, you know, was that kind of towards where it went to?
Well, honestly, man, whenever I graduated high school, I ended up going to college for a little semester. And anyway, whenever I got to college, I wanted to write a rodeo song that wasn't so much of a rap song like a couple of my others, you know, which aren't country songs. I just was goofing off, and man, you know, I like rap too. But anyway, back to Gold Buckle Dreams. Sorry, I'm ADD.
It's man, it's your show. Go ahead.
So anyway, I went to college and I was wanting to write a song, you know. I was pro rodeoing a little bit and stuff, and I was just jotting down some stuff, you know, and I was typing in my notes on my phone and came up with "Watch Out Boys When I Bust on the Scene." This cowboy's got gold buckle dreams. And then, you know, from there I wrote some more, and honestly, it usually takes me about maybe 30 minutes to write a song. And that's God's honest truth. Whenever I get an idea in my head, 9 times out of 10 I can just, you know, spit it out, write the song, and then go back with like a fine-tooth comb and fix whatever I think, you know, could be better.
Yeah.
And this song took me almost 3 years to write.
Well, it's a hell of a song.
Thank you. But the song is from the place of someone who's rodeoing, and man, rodeoing is a hard sport to stay positive.
Yeah.
And it's a hard sport to do full time, and it's a hard sport to do in general. And you know, it's not easy, and it's not for everybody, but it was the life for me, and that was the message that I was getting across. Was, you know, I'm chasing gold buckle dreams. Like, the ultimate goal is to win a championship. You know, all I wanted was those yellow shoots whenever I was riding bulls. You know?
And two songs come to mind for me, and that's one of them was by Leroy Gibbons, and he wrote the song "Rodeo Time," talking about life on the road. And then another one was from your good buddy Cody Johnson on his new album coming up this coming month, and that's "Dear Rodeo." And that song spoke to me so much. Like, it goes from, you know, you know, if I don't call, it's more of on the road, we going, and then "Dear Rodeo" is like a tribute to, like, you know, stepping away from it.
Yeah, you tip your hat and walk away.
And that's got to be a hard thing. But man, you've had quite the week, quite the holidays, and you are now signed, I guess we can officially say, with one of the, if not the only, I think might be the only few music labels in Louisiana, and that's Redbone Music. Some great guys. They have some great artists. Seth Storr and those guys, and you know, they have so many talented artists they've been scooping up over the past few years around the state, and that's a major accomplishment, and I'm so happy for you, man.
Thank you very much. And
going on that note, I'll quickly mention on the chart you have some of your fellow Redbone guys on here, man, with Casey Pivito Band, Clay Cormier, Brian Frazier, Charlie Wayne. I mean, that's just to name a few on our chart, and the artists they have is insane. And going forward, are you excited about this record that you mentioned earlier? In you know, getting with Redbone and doing shows and putting out this record?
Oh, for sure I am. Man, you know, I put out Gold Buckle Dreams, and everything I couldn't have and everything I couldn't have didn't really get the response that I was expecting. But you know, Gold Buckle Dreams really did well, and but these next few songs, man, you know, I've got a good following in the rodeo community. You know, like Shooting for the Moon is up to almost 600,000 views now on YouTube, and it's been going strong for a while, and people have really been asking for that one. So that one I'll probably put that one out. But these next few songs for sure are gonna be directed more towards, you know, some radio songs, chart songs, that really don't apply so much to just rodeo. You know, it's more general and just really good heartfelt songs, because, you know, rodeo guys, if you're really rodeoing, you're not going to a concert on the weekends. You know, you're headed to the next one down the road, and when you're done there, you're not going to stay for the concert. You got another couple 100 miles to drive that night, you know, to make it to your next rodeo. And so these next few songs are going to be songs that will draw crowds, which is what we're looking for, you know. In order to make this next step in our journey, you have to have some songs that attract crowds rather than just streams. And so, like I said, these next songs should be a good combination of both. I plan on a really big year with Redbone.
You're in good hands with those guys, man. You really are.
Oh yeah.
And for all the fans that are, you know, you can go to Caden's website, CadenGillardBand.com. Get, you know, all his, you know, music, his shows, and all that. And you got some pretty sweet merch, man. I'm gonna have to get me one of these caps or shirts, man. I love them.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
I'm gonna have to cop one of them hats, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, man, we got some cool hats, some cool shirts, and once we start booking some shows and stuff, we'll start getting some more merch out. We got some really cool designs coming too, so that's not it.
Well, the sky's the limit for this young man. If you haven't followed him on Spotify, Facebook, all that, I tend to post all the, you know, links to all that for the, you know, social medias and websites and all that. But check out this young man. He's on our top 40 chart, number 26 with Gold Buckle Dreams. Freshly signed with Redbone Music. I expect big things. He's going to have a great upcoming year. Get some merchandise from him. And, man, come back whenever you get this new record done and sealed. Come back on the show. We'll talk about it. We'll play it. We'll BS. You're always welcome back, brother.
Oh, you know I will. I appreciate it.
And before we go, I wanted to kind of let you say, do you have any upcoming shows?
So we have one more show before the end of the year. We're actually playing tomorrow night in Burkeville, Texas, at the Sabine ATV Park for the New Year's ride.
Awesome.
And that'll be the last one for the year, and then we'll start booking some shows for 2019.
Awesome. Well, y'all get out and go listen to this young man. And man, it's been a pleasure. I'd like to take time to thank you for you know, joining us on the show. And I also want to take time to thank our you know, our friends and sponsors. Of course, Southern Sound Outfitters. They've been with us since day one. They do great things for country music in general. They have some great apparel. My buddy Corey with Swamp Assassin, all you hunting and fishermen, go down there and check out all his apparel. Men, women, got it all. SwampAssassin.com. And, of course, for all the rodeo people, I know Caden, I know you a Cowboy Fresh representative, and but we got we got our buddy Dale Brisby on our side, and so go check out DaleBrisby.com, get some rodeo time, some Dale wear, and support all these great. And also, I'd like to take a moment to thank all the support we get from these music labels, industries. Blue Lark Entertainment's been helping a lot. Redbone Music since day one, great. Look up these artists, and I mean, man, it's pretty much all up to them that they do the work, that they help these artists grow, and we really appreciate them. So, any last words, Caden? I'll give you the floor to thank Mom, Dad, whoever you want.
Oh yeah, man. I just thank God that I'm able to do this and do it well, and obviously my friends and my family, my mom and dad, my wife, my father-in-law, mother-in-law, everybody supports me so much, and I couldn't do it without them. And then, I got my sponsors, Cowboy Fresh, American Hat Company, and I'm open for more.
There you go.
Shoot, man, but really, it's such a blessing to be able to do this and go out there and perform on stage, and I love it. I love to perform, and I love to entertain, and I thank everybody, all the new fans that I got, and I'm blessed to be able to do this for you.
Amen to that. And little do the listeners know, you're expecting a newborn, a new addition to the family this coming year, right?
That's right. February. We got a little son coming.
A little future Hall of Famer in the PBR.
That's right, boy.
Well, man, I appreciate you telling us your story, and it's an amazing story. Good luck to you and your family, and hope you have a great New Year's and celebrate with your family. And like I said, you're always welcome back, brother.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
All right, man. You have a great day.
You too.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. This has been a great episode of the BCMA podcast. Check out Caden and his story. What an amazing story. Battling cancer and coming back, and cowboy tough, man. That's all I can say for that young man. Until next time, everyone have blessed holidays, blessed New Year, and God bless.